Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Hands-on Indie. My name is Finn, and it is my absolute pleasure to bring you our gameplay and my first impressions and initial thoughts on Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Oh man, I cannot tell you how excited I am to actually play this. Even as someone that is not a big fan of musicals in the slightest, the concept is such a cool idea to me. I love things that do things outside of the box. I'm also a huge fan of Austin Wintory ever since I played Banner Saga and got to hear that magnificent soundtrack. And just, I'm very curious to see. I have stayed completely spoiler free. Like, I have not watched trailers of this game. I know the basic premise is a very visual novel style, lots of choices to be made, and that the songs change based on choices you make throughout the song. And I'm really curious to see how it all fits together, but it's just come out today. And so, you know how it goes here at Our Hands on Indie. It's my first impressions, gameplay of whatever we got going on. And then, of course, if you want full in depth reviews after having finished the game, which will hopefully be pretty soon, I get to finish it here. You can head over to our main channel, Our Eyes on Indie, where I'll be giving a full in-depth review of the game. So without further ado, it's time to start a new game, and let's see what we can do. Let's begin the game here. So I know the general idea of what the story is about and the general about the gameplay, but I know not a whole lot about the specifics. Um, so let's see.
4 hours. 4 hours in a rented gym that still smells like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored? The band wasn't even looking for anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there, if they'd show up.
That's horribly out of tune.
Well, they showed up all right.
I'd also like to say I am not musically inclined. I'm decent with
I had a
sound, but
dream where this
not music.
exact thing happened. Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it was just me. I was naked. I think this went better.
For you, yeah. Maybe we should try that. It's kind of funny.
See what you're
but...
doing, Freddie? You're just trying to make me feel better.
How about making us feel better? We sat through this too.
I'm so sorry you all had such a rough time. Freddy has a bad idea. What else is new? Okay, let's just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm, crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What? You said it'd be 2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
What are friends for?
Hey, Grace, you okay? I know you've been kind of loose ends since you left college. I was just hoping tonight would cheer you up.
Best. I'm okay. It's frustrating.
I'm fine, Freddie. I'm really okay.
Yeah? You don't seem okay.
Oh,
It's just
I
gonna
guess
be
I
one of
just-
those where I'm probably not gonna talk much.
I just
paying
thought this
attention
would be
to the
easier,
story,
you
but
know? How did I even get here?
relatable. I have also
know.
finished college.
It's okay, Grace. I'm right here with you.
Music is your life, Freddie. You're the drummer, the lyricist. All of this was your idea. I wish I knew where I fit.
I think you fit. You know that, right?
I'm the tech guy. That's where I fit in all this. That's what I do. I'm also a
coming?
fan of this art style.
I'm gonna hang
I
out a
like the
bit
whole,
and lock
like,
up.
it's not, smooth
I'll see you at
animation.
home.
It's like, here's a frame, here's another frame, and another frame. It's enjoyable for me. It's kind of like, what was that game that came out? Something about Dusk, that came out last year. That was really
Like a
cool.
boat
Oh,
lost at sea with no sails, not a
I gotta say,
breeze.
props to how much work had to go into recording all this.
Drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Is the world too much, or is it just me? Everything I set upon unravels at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free. Like a boat lost at sea with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters.
I think it's funny their nails match their jewelry.
No star to be
I don't know why that stuck out to me. It just did.
seen. Oh,
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I heard you from outside. My name's Calliope. You
Excuse me.
you have an amazing voice. I hope you know that.
Thanks. I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition?
Critical
or-
Role cast coming in here.
Yes. Yes, I am.
That outfit just makes her look like a grandma.
Well, I'm afraid it's just me, Calliope. The rest of the band already left, so...
Well, I don't mind if you don't.
I see no one else do the
Alright,
point like that.
well-
With the two hands, you make the finger gun. What do I do? I'm thinking.
With the fire furious, I have burned my tongue. Grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung. All the steps I didn't take and paths proved untrue. Is there any path through?
Like a boat lost at sea
Though I'm about to
with no
end,
sails, not a
you
breeze.
still have your life ahead.
I am drifting.
This reminds me of Baby It's Cold Outside with the back and forth.
No star to be seen.
Obviously, very different song. But it just reminds me of the back and forth nature of it.
Can find it again. There is no inertia in the ocean.
Oh, choose your trait. Charming. Okay, so this is where the role-playing comes in. This is Grace's soul and charisma. She tries to do the right thing and everyone likes her more for it. In your face, this is great. This is Grace is very punk rock and not afraid to get reckless and aggressive when it's called for. Or sometimes you need to think your way out of a problem, right? This Grace is sneakier, smarter, and witty. I'm leaning towards charming or clever. Like doing the right thing. But I also like logic. But also it's like sneakier. Like, does that mean I'm like roguish? Like, I don't know. I feel like this is a big point that I'm like this is a big decision that's going to affect my playthrough very, very much. We're gonna be clever. See what happens.
You are right, Calliope. There's always a breeze. But if I build a sail, can I trust
I love when we sing about our problems.
What was that?
Your song was just so wonderful. I had to finish it with you. I hope that's all right. I also know what it feels like to be lost. To feel as if you have no place to turn. That's why I had to come inside.
Oh, interesting. So that's a trait. Yeah, well, we knew that. I
It's
think
really
they like.
weird. I feel like. Have we met before?
I don't think so, but artists often find me familiar.
What does that mean?
It means I've traveled in
Is
many
Calliope
circles.
a Greek god of art that I just
Ask
can't
you why
recall?
you feel so adrift? You're so young. Surely your life is just beginning.
Interesting. We're playing a clever Grace, right? But I'm also
Oh, that
curious.
sounds stupid.
Try me.
Well, I left school because I didn't feel like I belonged there, but I still haven't found my place.
Oh, so you did not finish.
What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Shouldn't I have figured this out by now?
That's not how college works.
Those are good questions to ask. I should go.
About the audition. I'm sure everyone will agree you're in, if you want to be, that is.
We all know
I
that's
hope
not
to
what
see
she
you
did.
again, Grace. Perhaps soon.
Right. See you then.
Intriguing. Yeah, but I am curious. Like, does picking clever there lock me into certain things? And is like that how they have some of the replayability? Is those three paths? Is that word? Yo, Pac-Man on the fridge. Also, this is like a very nice place.
Did you lose your keys, Fred? I thought you'd be... What the... Calliope?
Whoa.
I didn't know where else. I'm so sorry, Grace.
How did you find me?
What happened? Who
But also,
did this?
It doesn't matter now. I didn't want to
No,
do this to
uninterrupted.
you. Not like this. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? Hey! Calliope! Please. Please, come on. What is that?
oh, yo, what's
Oh,
up, my guy?
I can wait. Take your time.
I knew it was
I-
gonna be Hermes.
Who are... Is that my door?
Technically, it's my door. Or our door, maybe? I came as soon as I could.
No, I don't think that. She is already dead. So who the heck are you?
Hold on. Who are you?
Because I, as a player,
How
know.
did you get here?
Through the door? I mean, geez, how did you get here? She really is dead, huh? Man. So, the course is gonna want to talk to you. Sucks, but, you know.
Oh, interesting. I see.
The chorus? You mean the authorities? Are they coming?
That would not be my first
Authorities? But they're not coming here. We have to go to them. I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
A what?
It's in you now, which makes you a god. Surprise, right? With me so far? Cool. Let's go.
Okay. Yo, Zacharias gonna be here? My boy Zacharias? Did he finally make it out of Hades?
Where are we?
Sorry to drop you and run, but when an idol dies, there's like 100 different things I gotta do.
Such as the life
No,
of
wait.
Messenger.
Where did you bring me? How did we get here?
Don't worry
The
about it.
chorus can explain. Don't touch anything. Okay?
Wait! Come back!
I touched the door.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just wait here and, not touch anything.
So hear me out. We pet the owl. Hello. Yo, it's morning? I'll share. Also, someone want to tell me why we got some, like, pretty, modernish looking clothing, and then we got this chick.
Our beloved sister,
Ina,
the last
with-
of the muses, has passed on to you, our new sister, delivered to us by dear sweet Hermes. It's, Grace, yes?
Yes?
Oh, my. You have had quite the day, haven't you?
Well, like, no crap.
Someone died in my arms. Where is this? How did I get here? Who are you people?
The chorus.
So many questions. This is my office, and I expect you arrived through one of Hermes' portals.
The shiny doorway.
Call the portal.
As for who we are, well, that does require some explanation, I agree. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom. This is Apollo, god of prophecy, dressed for the occasion, as always. The wondrous Aphrodite, goddess of love. And the one glaring at you is Persephone, once queen of the underworld. Together, we are the chorus. We rule over the idols, our name for the gods who remain. All of us, hidden in your modern world.
So, like,
You expect me to believe that idols, have been living among us for what? Thousands of years?
yes, obviously,
You're
I just went through a
thousands of
freaking
years
portal,
old.
but still.
No, I'm not trying to make you believe anything. Not at all. If you'd like to believe this office is right outside your front door, or that we are, I don't know, actors, religious fanatics, by all means. The only thing I do need you to grasp is that you are here. This is real. And like it or not, it is happening.
So, like...
Right, and you live here, not in some city in Europe or a...
On top of a mountain? Oh, I know. Once we roamed marble halls, and now fashionably appointed apartments. We have Wi-Fi. We move with the times, Grace. We have to, if we're going to remain hidden and survive. The mortals grow more and more clever with each passing century. Television! I do what I must.
What does that mean?
Gods aren't real. They can't be. They're just...
Stories, myths, legends.
If you're real, you'd be all
Like,
powerful. You wouldn't be hiding or...
No, it's like
Don't
vampires
pay much
and
attention to
Vampire the
those old
Masquerade.
tales about us, Grace. They weren't very true to begin with, and, well, truth be told, we've diminished since those days. That doesn't mean we're helpless, of course. Far from it. Yet, at the end of the day, we too are just people, trying to get by.
Okay, so...
Wait, you said, and Hermes said, that I'm a god now too. And an idol.
That is true.
That thing that came out of her that went into me.
We call it an eidolon, the part of Calliope's soul which made her an idol, which now makes you one.
Athena, we are wasting time.
So...
The reason you're here, Grace, the reason why we made you wait so long while we debated, is because we have rules. Those rules mean we can't admit into our ranks a usurper. Never mind a possible murderer. I know this will all come as a shock, and I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die.
Pause. Is it right? That's a fair question.
Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean you have to die?
It's exactly as it sounds, Grace.
You can't do that. What about a trial? You aren't the police. Why hasn't someone called the police?
Calliope's blood is literally on your hands.
But it isn't...
Oh, she looks so helpless. Maybe
We should do as we agreed. Calliope's line would end, yes, but what other option do we have? Let a usurper remain an idol?
Justice has to be done, for Calliope's sake.
But... this isn't justice!
Oh.
You cannot hide from this reality.
I'm not hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost, little girl, this bears explanation.
I mean, did you even, like, see what
Dear
happened?
child, please listen.
Like, clearly you should be able to see things. Like, what's the one of Athena's whole thing? Is the birds.
You have usurped a muse.
But I didn't.
No recourse to be arranged.
But it's unfair.
I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she came to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that she.
You must know I didn't do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say. That's always one of my problems in musicals is why the fudge is everything in song.
You'll have to see. The chorus is
Interesting, Apollo is not singing.
ignored. Justice won't be ignored.
I disagree.
There we are.
Did I hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
He
I
is
grieve
allowed to.
Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
He's right. What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her?
And what if Calliope was murdered by her? What if Grace stole her Eidolon?
Do you
Then we
realize?
need to find
I
out.
guess they would.
Don't you want justice?
Oh, Apollo, I thought we'd agreed this was justice. What would you have us do?
There has
Find
to
the
be
truth.
some way to find the truth. Aren't you gods? Couldn't a god, I don't know,
You have owls, Athena, and ravens.
We aren't seriously considering this.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus. Do we allow Grace the right to prove her innocence?
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Fine.
Well, sounds like we're all in
And there you
accord.
have it.
Get it? Because it's a chord. Music.
Wait, I'm gonna
Thank
get
you.
some help with this, right? Some direction?
You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that. I truly
A
would.
week.
You have 1 week to find out what happened, Grace.
What happens after a week?
You
There will be a
died.
trial. If you cannot provide proof of your innocence by then, oh, our original verdict stands.
This.
Can someone explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to figure out.
I knew you were gonna say that. How did I know you were gonna say that?
We're not going to keep you, Grace.
Oh.
You have much to do. Before you go, however, a few rules.
You're gonna set rules?
Do not reveal our existence to the mortal world. This includes mortal authorities that cannot help you. Do not harm another idol. Do not leave the city. Do as the chorus commands. Otherwise, do whatever you must to find the true killer, if they exist.
Oh, that's all?
Welcome, dear sister.
And do help yourself to a cookie.
Frick you. Day one. Alright, what do we got here? Freddy. Nice. I should probably actually read these. Freddy, I only call her Farishta when I'm visiting her house. Her mom always makes these deep-fried honey snacks I love. It's been my best friend since probably forever. We used to make up rhymes while we skipped rope. It's been that long. We've come a long way from those days. Edge of Elysium is her band, and inviting me in was her idea. I was keen on joining since I haven't seen Freddy much since I left school, but it's been kind of rough going. I can sing, sure, and when we get a gig, it feels good being up there on stage, but really my thing? Calliope. I know Calliope was one of the muses. Is that the same as being a god? That's really about it. I don't know where she lived, what she got up to, or who her enemies were. So many questions. For one, what was she doing when she found me at the gymnasium? Was she just passing by, or did she plan that? Did she know where I lived? Thinking about what Calliope said to me before she died. She seemed so sad. Did she know this was going to happen? And most of all, why did she pick me? How we doing on time here? We are actually pretty much just hitting the time here. But I'll read through these real quick so you get an idea of the characters going in and all their stuff. And like I said, there will be a full review over on our main channel. But Hermes is the idol who came to collect me at my apartment when Calliope died. I didn't know their name at the time, of course. Athena only mentioned who they were afterwards. I guess they're the god of doorways, maybe? I wonder if they can go anywhere with that power. Into bank vaults, on top of a mountain, across the world. Pretty wild to think about. Could Hermes have been involved in Calliope's death? He seems surprised, if not really broken up about it. Not that Hermes strikes me as someone who does much deep thinking. Seems more like a kid. Well, though I guess looks can be deceiving. Why did Hermes have to come when Calliope died? And did so right away, too. It's suspicious if you ask me. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and I can believe it. She has that sparkle when you look at her. Like she's one of those old-timey movie stars, all glamour and presence. I bet if she locks into a room, everyone stops what they're doing to stare at her. Why she's part of the chorus, I have no idea. She seemed kind of quiet and sad. Like she's busy writing some teary ballad in her head and not really listening to what's going on around her. If Aphrodite is behind Calliope's death, then she hides it pretty well. Maybe you just naturally learn how to be a great actress after 1,000 years or so. How would I know? I don't know much about this Apollo. He's the only guy in the chorus, but he didn't say much of anything until he kind of defended me, I guess. At least he disagreed with the "you need to die" verdict. I guess I owe him one. If I actually owed anyone for giving me an extra leak before they kill me. Not so sure about that. Athena introduced Apollo as the god of prophecy, but I'm not sure exactly what that means. Don't prophets wear long robes and speak in big, booming voices? This one looks less like a god and more like a surfer who crashed on the beach after a party and still hasn't found all his clothes. You have killed Calliope? I can't take anything for granted when it comes to these people. Then we got Athena's supposed to be the god of wisdom, but how does that work? Is it a power of hers? Does she just know things? She's supposed to be really powerful, but how exactly? Mostly, she just seemed like my mom, or anyone's mom. Maybe that's what she is to the idols, the mom, who looks after them and keeps them going. She was all smiles. It was even super sweet when she told me I had to die. Like it would be no big deal. That makes her a scary mom. Like the kind that demands to speak to the manager when things don't go her way. Because things always go her way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's the cool mom. Or maybe she'll keep smiling while she smothers me with a pillow because she's thousands of years old and I'm basically nothing in comparison. And maybe she killed Calliope. And that makes me an annoyance. Because that means her murder didn't quite take. But then, why give me the chance to prove myself? If she really wanted me dead, couldn't she just have said nope? No vote, just nip this in the bud? It really seems like the type that would do that, right? Idols are so confusing. What did Athena say about Persephone? She's the queen of the underworld? I had to look it up. But that's basically the idol version of hell. Does that mean it's a real place? Like, you die and you go to the underworld? Or maybe that only happens to idols? Mind you, Athena didn't exactly say Persephone was queen of the underworld, did she? She said once the queen of the underworld. So she isn't any longer. And she's also the only idol that Athena didn't say was the god of something or other. I'm willing to bet there's a whole story about that. Whatever it is, though, it's pretty clear that Persephone hates me. And not just because she thinks I'm a murderer, because don't they all think that? It feels personal. Those sharp eyes of hers wanted to gut me and hang me on a clothesline. So I better watch my back. But anyways, guys, that is the first impressions here in gameplay of Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Certainly interesting so far. It's interesting. That's all I've got to say. I'm not really swinging one way or another yet with the game. I'm interested to see where the story goes, and of course, I'm gonna have to play through it multiple times to see what some differences are with the different paths for Grace here. But all of that to be said, you will be able to find the entire thoughts and full in-depth review of the game over on our main channel, Our Eyes on Indie, where I will be posting a review as soon as I get through finishing this game. But thank you so incredibly much for watching. Again, my name is Finn. You have a fantastic rest of your week, and we'll be here with our hands on indie.